Hello everybody, welcome to a brand new video on this channel. So this is going to be my first ever makeup tutorial I ever do on this channel. I hope you guys do enjoy this. It was a very nervous thing, but I actually ended up doing very well. I'm going to show you guys how to get this look and how I did. Obviously my lighting here is just not very good at this house, so if I don't really show up in a very good way, it is my first video. Please give me justice. This is how I do my makeup every single day. Except I don't really sit down, I lay down. That's how I do my makeup. Anyways guys, hope you guys enjoy it. And if you guys do enjoy it, give a like, subscribe if you're new, and all my social media links will be at the bottom. Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, you name it. I love you guys all, and hope you guys enjoy it. Alright, since I don't have any primer right now, I ran out of primer. I'm going to use this Ultra Repair Cream Replacement Hydration for my skin because I think that this actually really works and it helps me out just like primer would actually do. So let's put this sucker, not too much. I know I'm not even going to use like the whole thing. I don't want to use the whole thing. Get as close as we can to hydrating the skin because we want that makeup to go on really well. Obviously, I don't want to make my skin way too moist. And by the way, yeah. I just wish my lighting in my room was a little better because this lighting is like not as good as it used to be in my older videos. It used to be a cooler white, it seemed like, and now it's like kind of like yellowish, it seems like. I don't know if it's just the camera on my phone. But so next, we're gonna be getting our beauty blender. The original beauty blender. Actually, I've already used it once, so yeah. I just didn't have no time to be cleaning it right now, and I don't think I have the stuff to clean it out with anyways. So let's get started. And the foundation I'm gonna be applying is MAC Studio Fix Fluid SPF 50 right here. So let's go. By the way, this is makeup that I just got like just a couple of days ago. So. You know, I'm a little new with that, so we're gonna apply just this much. We're gonna get it on every single area of the face. The cool thing about the beauty blender is it doesn't take in, it doesn't keep a lot of product on it. It may look like it, but it's actually really, really good when it comes to putting product down and not leaving streaks like I was doing with the brushes. So I'm gonna keep doing this. I love how the MAC foundation ends up coming on to my skin, and in fact I probably should lead you guys up a little bit higher. So this is like the first ever tutorial I've ever done in my life, so pardon me if I'm not very good at camera angles or if the lighting just fucking sucks in general, because trust me guys, I am not a fan of the lighting right now on my camera. I don't know if it's like, you know, the lighting, I don't know if it's just the camera itself, just not working. Okay, so I'm actually gonna end up getting another drop of foundation, and we're gonna put it a little bit more on my nose, if I can get some out of here. Okay, just a little bit. I don't want to use too much of my foundation because this is actually pretty expensive. It's not too expensive, but it does add up. So I don't. One recommendation is just to dab and not really, you don't really want to brush because it's just going to streak it on. And dabbing is like the best way to really get the best results. Okay, onto the cheaper products. So we're going to use this Maybelline Eye Studio eyeliner. In fact, it is an eyeliner, but I use it as my eyebrows because I like the black eyebrows. I just love them. And obviously, we're gonna use this little Milani brush, and we're gonna do is we're basically gonna comb up our hairs. We want to get every hair up, especially from the beginning, and kind of like comb it out so where we can shape up our brows, and it could look really good. So you guys can see that brow looks really nice. This brow, unfortunately, has it has a scar right here, so it's kind of harder for me to do this brow than it is for anything else, but we can do this. Okay, so we don't want to get too much because we don't want to crowd up the brush too much, and I'm sorry guys, I've yet to do this without the mirror being like 2 feet in front of me, so we're gonna get under the brow a little bit because I want to capture a little bit higher of a brow look. If you guys can see, that's the way it looks. Now above my brow, I'm actually going to get the line a little bit higher, and we're going to really focus on the angle at the top. Really work on where it turns up at the top. If we make any mistakes with this brow, it's okay. We can always do concealer and work on it, because I end up doing concealing anyways because I'm a concealer freak. It's actually coming out pretty good. We're gonna get the other bottom. I'm sorry if like there's a lot of eyebrow tutorials that don't promote, you know, the way I do it. You know, this is strictly the way I do it. So yeah, it's the way I get my eyeliner or my eyebrows to blend in. So really what we're gonna focus on now is just kind of getting right here, filling in the areas that is needed to be filled a lot more. Of course, you do want to make, since it is black, you do want to shade over every single brow so you can get a full black in every part of your brow, and not just like, you know, you have brown brows and you have a area of black. And then we're gonna fill up right here. We don't want to cover this area at all, like with too much black, because we do want it to have a realistic look as well. So basically, that is my eyebrow. Obviously my eyebrows aren't lifted, so it's very hard for me to create a very good arc on my eyebrows. But that is my first eyebrow. Obviously we'll probably be fixing it up a little bit with some concealer. So yes. Guys, I'm used to doing my makeup like right up to the mirror, like laying down. So it's a little bit harder. I've never really done it under with the camera right there. As you guys can see, I probably messed up on that brow because it slid under. We're gonna have to fix that, but for now, let's not worry about it. And let's get the upper brow. See, as you guys can see, it's creating more of a flat effect because we kind of messed up at the top, at the bottom, but it's okay. I'm a concealer queen, so as you guys see, it's starting to come out pretty well. Like I said, this is my first ever tutorial, so if I mess up, I mess up. I'm not gonna redo this because, yeah, I don't want to go through all of it again. And then we're gonna try to narrow up the middle area so that we can really focus on them being even and all that stuff. So this one's actually coming out pretty decent. We just gotta fix that little bit of spot. I'm gonna get a little bit more of the eyeliner because we're running out instead of our brush. Let's lift this one up a little bit, and we're gonna actually add a little bit to the top of this brow because I don't like the effect that it's going in and it's getting too big, so. Just like that. So we're gonna get some concealer and we're going to go under that line right there and make it better, because yeah, that's just horrible. So for concealer, I usually use kind of like a throwback brush as well to really work on my concealer. I tend to reuse like different product brushes, but I'm using this little brush here from Milani. I think it's Milani. Don't quote me on that. I usually get myself my concealer with more Milani. Retouch Erase. I'm not a big fan of the liquid, but I gotta use the liquid because it's the one I have left. I like the stick better that I had before because it doesn't make a big ass mess. So we're gonna work our ways over. perfect eyebrows. And I think we are good on this side. We are going to actually blend in a little more black with the eyeliner, the eyebrows, so that we can get a little more of a darker effect. Obviously, the video camera is showing my eyebrows to be much darker than they actually are. Kind of fill up this little like area where I feel like it is very, very revealing. And right there, we're done. Obviously, I'm gonna blend in this concealer here because I don't like concealer just being showing up right there. And I know I'm making more, but it's the best way. I'm gonna rub this sucker in because we need it to blend, and everything's starting to blend. Everything's actually coming out really good. I like it. In fact, we're gonna get some concealer on this side so that we can, you know, we're gonna, you know, make an effect of a higher arc on the other eyebrow. If you guys don't know, my eyebrows are very low. They hang low, like this, kind of like, yeah, horrible. But what can you do? So we're gonna get a little bit more of this concealer. Remember, the concealer is this. We're just dabbing it a little bit on the end of this brush so that I can have a precise movement of where my concealer is going. Okay. And right there, just like that, you rub it in. And sorry guys, I'm trying to move back and forth from camera to, basically to my mirror. So this is what it looks like so far. And that is my brows. So let's head off to the next part. Alright, so I like going to eyeshadow next. I usually don't do that. I usually go to eyeliner because I like doing the eyeliner first. But since I really want to help myself out with a little bit of a look on the eyeshadow to come out pretty clean, I gotta work on the eyeshadow. And I like the MAC Studio Line X9 because one is it doesn't redistribute to my other side since I do have hooded eyelids, and hooded eyelids just don't really work out for me. So yeah, we're gonna be using the tone. Sorry guys, I have to like really remember this stuff. Alright, forget it. I'm gonna use this shadow, and this shadow. These three shadows right here to create an effect for us. So what we're gonna start off with is the lovely shadow right here, and we're gonna use this to actually or hold up, sorry, this shadow, or yeah, this shadow to blend in. We're gonna start, you know, working on the creases of our eyelids, and we'll see what we can do from there. Okay, so I'm gonna work with this brush. This is Eco Tools. These are very, very cheap at Walmart. They're like 10 bucks for like a whole set of eye makeup tools. So I like this because it's gonna help me work out a lot when it comes to actually, you know, filling everything in and blending it in with the crease right here. So we're only gonna get ourselves a little bit, maybe like 3 different strokes, because this thing is quite a bit. So we're working on our crease, remember. We're gonna be ending up blending it up here as a whole as a bit, so it'll be okay. By the way, like I said before at the beginning of this video, the lighting isn't very good, so please excuse the lighting. It's probably not gonna, you know, be that great. a video or very best results because of the lighting, so yeah, please excuse that. So same thing with this, but we're gonna do two because I don't want to overstuff my eyebrow or my eyelids with the darker middle, which, come on Charlotte, you gotta know this, that should be quarry, yeah. Left, center, okay. As you guys can see, it distributes to my eyelids so well. It basically, it blends well with my pigment of my foundation, and that's why I like it so much. And that brush, we probably have a little bit of eyeshadow coming down on this side. Don't worry, I'll be fixing that up here in a bit. So yeah. We're gonna get one more stroke, very, very small dabs, like I said, and we're going to really fill it on this side and really get down on this crease. Like that, see? Next, we are going to actually get another brush from from the Eco Tools. And this one's a little bit more of a flat, thicker one. I'm just gonna do this to apply to my eyelids. This one right here. I'm so sorry guys, this is like the worst. Okay, we're gonna go 1, 2 dabs because I just don't want to take up too much product. I know how this product can be, and we're gonna make it right here at the bottom. We're trying to go for a little bit of a smoky look, but I know on my camera it doesn't show very well, but I can trust you guys right now, it's actually looking really decent. That's the first eye. I'm probably gonna end up showing up some pictures here after with some good lighting in them so you guys can really see the results, because yeah, I don't like how crappy, it's sad that I have an iPhone 7 Plus and it just has the worst. So we're gonna repeat this process on the other side. 3 different little strokes. And we're gonna try not to get any in the middle. Go back and forth with it, guys, so that we can blend it, because we gotta blend this. I don't like having eyeshadow that really is not blended out, because yeah. By the way guys, I just started makeup last November on my own, and I've gotten pretty good, decent since then, but we're going back to the middle. Just 2 strokes, nothing crazy. But we're gonna go right here back to the crease. Okay. As you guys can see, you can tell that my eyelid is my eyebrows are a lot farther on this eye than they are on the other one, because this one I reached really close to my eyebrow with the eyeshadow, whereas this one is kind of like distant. So I gotta lift this one up a little bit. So we got a little bit of an effect. I'm probably gonna end up putting a little bit more concealer so we can blend it in with a little bit of a bright light here on the side, or even use some of my Anastasia Glow Kit. Okay, awesome. Now we're gonna go to this one. Let's go 3, because like I said, this is the same brush that we used on the other eye. we kind of want to get a little bit of a smoky look on this eye, so I'm gonna get this eye over here one more time because it's not as dark. Okay. Okay, so what I'm gonna actually end up doing is I'm clearing up my entire brush. I'm cleaning up this entire brush of the product, and I'm actually going to start blending it right here. So that we can get a good blend, because the more you blend, the better. It wasn't so bad on this eye, so, you know, we got a pretty good blend right here, but as you guys can see, that's what it looks like so far. Let's move on. Alright, so now we are going to be getting onto our eyeliner, because I love doing eyeliner next. Eyeliner is a fun thing. At the same time though, it is very hard for me sometimes. I have good days and I'll have good days and I'll have bad days, and yeah, it's pretty annoying sometimes. So let me show you guys what I'm going to be using. So we're going to be using an eyeliner in the shade Sahi by MAC. I got this the other day. It's actually really good. It does not dispense on my upper eyelid like all these other eyeshadows or these other eyeliners have been doing. So yeah, whoopie-doo that one, right? Okay, so we're gonna get 1 to 2 strokes on here. One thing I like doing on my eyelids is starting off from the very bottom. So I know a lot of people teach to start up here. For me, it's bottom. I love the bottom, and if you like it higher, then that's fine. You know, all the power to you. I don't want to make too subtle of a turn up into the upper part of my eye. Like I said, I am the concealer queen, so I'm probably going to be using concealer quite a bit. I'm surprised my eyebrows came out as good as they did, so I didn't really have to worry about the concealer on my eyelid, on my eyebrow, other than right here. I'm surprised. So we're gonna, like so, and we're gonna close our eyes so that we can get the perfect shape down here. And we're gonna try not to go too thick on the eyeliner, because I have a habit of doing that. So basically right here, see? So we're gonna get some more, because, yeah, just that was a little bit too much. Just a little bit more. And I fill this part in. One thing I like about using the concealer after I get these eyebrows is to actually really sharpen up the wing. So like that. God knows how the rest of my other eyeliner is gonna be. Like that. Get close to my eyelashes, because I really need to tackle up those little light areas. Like so, see? So I go through eyeliner really a lot because I am an eyeliner freak. Just for the all-purpose of this video, I'm probably gonna end up skipping my other eye side because I don't want to mess up and I don't want to keep you guys for a very long time. So we'll get back as soon as I'm done with my next eyelid, or my next eyeliner, so side, yeah, and we'll get back. So far, that's what it looks like. So I actually finished the second one right here. Like I said, this other eyelid is actually a little lower, so I don't know if it's going to show the effect as much. Obviously in the mirror, looks a lot better. Very, very better. So yeah, I just wish a lot of my features were very lifted because everything would look so much nicer, but oh well, what do you gotta do about it? Okay, so the next move that we're gonna do is probably going to be doing an, let's see, we're gonna be applying, our Beverly Hills Glow Cat. I'm not much for contouring anymore as much as I used to. I am really happy with the foundation that I have with MAC. That I'm actually really happy whenever I put on this makeup with MAC, that I'm just, you know, I don't feel like I need to contour as much. Obviously, it's like very 2D on the makeup, so that's why I kind of add the highlight. So let's see. There's a lot of people that do makeup that really put in like different things, and it's like, that's a lot. You know, I'm trying to make myself as short as possible when I go throughout the day. So I got the Anastasia Glow Cat in Sun Depth, and this sucker has made wonders. So today we're gonna use Summer. So yes. So we're gonna use this brush by Moda. It's actually, these brushes are at Walmart in a whole kit for like $20. They're actually really like nice brushes. I love them. So one thing I've noticed was don't get too much product, because yeah, you're gonna see the effects way like crazy. I only put in 2 swabs this morning on one side, and it literally completely covered it all up. So we're gonna cover the upper part of our cheek, and hopefully on the camera you will see a lot of the effect, because right now I don't know how it's gonna look on camera at all. Okay, so we're gonna grab one more stick and we're gonna fill it up right here. Okay, so we have a little bit of a different look right here, as you guys can see. Sorry if there's gonna be any crying in the background. It's my brother's kid. He's sick, so yeah. We're gonna do this side now. We're gonna add the summer look to my nose. We're gonna move from up here down to the nose, because I really want the nose to really come out. In fact, I might just end up getting a couple of swabs and putting it up here again, because I think it'll bring it out a lot more. I'm thinking maybe that's just because it came out great on my nose. I don't know if it's just my skin on my face. It just sucks balls here. And we're going to add it up here. We're going to add all that up here. So, yeah. So basically the way I do it is I put everything that I end up putting the glow kit everywhere. I would put my concealer at. I put the glow kit at. So the concealer, what replaces it is the glow kit, in my opinion. That's what I do. You know, you don't have to do it the same way as me. Really, you don't. But what I'm gonna do is to actually kind of blend it a little bit more. Is I'm gonna get the bigger brush. Obviously, this is for foundation, but I'm gonna use it just so I can put some bronzer up on top of my head and complete a brownish look. So we're gonna get the bronzer off of the kit. So let's just go 1 swab, 2 swabs, and we're gonna go on the head. And it looks like, to me, like the bronzer comes out a lot more, and you guys could probably see based off the camera. Like, in fact, the camera's showing the bronzer way more than it actually is showing the summer. Obviously, the summer is a lot less dark on my skin, or dark on my skin, so you're really not gonna see anything as much of it. But we're gonna go at that. We're gonna try to blend this sucker in, because I do not want my face to look like it has just a big piece of brown next to it. So we're gonna move on into the, just like that. You feel me, guys? Okay. And then we're gonna go with the bronzer at the lower part of the cheek, but this time we're actually gonna take another brush. Alright, so this time I'm actually going to be getting the CoverGirl True Blend Contour Kit. It's a palette, and I've used it quite a bit before this. It's a pretty good palette. It's not, I wouldn't say the best, but we're gonna work on contouring down here at the bottom of our cheekbones because, yeah, why not? So we're going to get with this brush more so is to blend in my and contour basically. So we're gonna get some right here. As you guys can see, it is appearing on camera, so we're gonna get some more. We're gonna get it for the side. So my brother ended up going to get some medicine, so my brother's kid is crying over here, so just ignore it, please. I'm trying to do a video here. So we're gonna really focus on putting it down here. And on camera, you could actually see it a lot more than I could actually see it on mirror for some reason. I guess that my camera is just capturing it a lot more. I don't know why my camera is capturing it right here when I didn't put it there. But that does pose a problem, so we're going to get some more of the glow kit, and this time we're going to get more of the summer, so we can blend out a lot more. So we're going to get the bigger brush now, and we're going to try to blend this a lot, as much as possible, because I don't like to have a line between my cheekbone. I want it to be as contoured as possible. Okay. Looking actually pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so we're back at it, and we're gonna go back to the summer on the kit, and we're going to, wow, that actually goes a lot. And we're gonna go to the cheek this time. We're really gonna focus on the cheek here. And we're gonna go under the eye, because we want a very, very, very bright look under. We want that concealer kind of look under the eye. Instead of using the concealer, because I'm very, like I said, I'm a concealer girl here, and the concealer queen, and I don't want to really focus on so much on the concealer. We're gonna pull out the brush again, and I really feel like I need to work on this bronzer up here, because this bronzer is just like kind of like literally feels like it's like caked up here, and I do not like that. In fact, I don't know if I'm gonna end up getting the summer and putting it up here. We might end up doing that because we can, you know, blend it in with the bronzer so it doesn't look like I just have a patch of bronzer at the top of my head or my forehead. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna put the summer up here, work that out on top. And this is what the summer's gonna do, is really bring out the brows, just like concealer would do. That's why I like using the summer, because summer will bring out features just like concealer will, and it will give you that glow feeling, especially because it's this contour, it's the glow kit, so you know, why not? So we're gonna try to blend this sucker in with our bronzer, and I don't know how it's coming up on camera. Hopefully good. Obviously my camera, the lighting is just, it's just so bad. This camera does capture a lot of the bronzer, so I'm gonna mix up the bronzer a lot with the summer, and just kind of like, you guys can't see. And we're gonna get the summer and put it down here a little bit more, because I really like the look of the glow the summer gives. I liked it on my nose. And what we're gonna do with the nose now is I'm actually going to get back to my CoverGirl palette, and we're gonna get back into the very, very dark contour palette. Yeah, basically that's what it is. And we're going to actually use a smaller brush. Now we're gonna use this very small one, same product, Moda, and we're gonna grab some of that, the dark, and we're going to really get onto the eyelid, to contour the nose and get, keep grabbing this. We want to keep having the pop on the nose. Obviously, I don't like to have my nose pop out because, you know, it's my nose. Who wants their nose to be popped out? And then add a little bit more summer, so we can blend this one in a little bit. And I'm gonna blend it in with the dark, just a little bit, just so that we can have some the look of the 3D nose. So you guys can see. Yeah, the camera doesn't do me justice. The mirror is gonna give me justice. So I really like that. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna actually continue with. We're gonna go back to the eyebrows just to touch things up and finish up the brows. I know I've basically did the brows earlier, but of course they do get shaded in and they kind of fade when you start putting in your everything, like the beauty, the glow kit kind of fades it off. So we gotta redo the sharpness of this brow. Not this brow as much, but now we're gonna go down here at the bottom and we're gonna try to extend that just so it doesn't look like a freaking line. And just like that. Just like that. I know it looks a little bit too thick on the ends, but I'm gonna keep it at that because it's not that bad in my eyes. It actually looks really decent. Usually I end up putting blush on, but you know, when I actually put on the summer, it actually comes out really nice. I'm actually surprised with how good I did on this tutorial. It's my first tutorial on YouTube, so yes. Let's see if I can just do what kind of lipstick should I do?
Yeah, it ends up being like an earache or something.
You have an earache or
no? He was.
Oh. I was like, damn, this kid going crazy over here.
No, I felt bad. I text there. I was across the street and something from her, but she was already asleep.
Oh, right. Damn, that sucks. This one's by RL, and I like using this because it helps my brows stick in the position that they are in. And I'm talking about my actual brows, obviously not the color. At first, I've always wanted to get brow gel, and of course, what do? I go for the cheapest one, but it actually works, and I like the way it looks under. Obviously, you guys aren't gonna really see it because, yeah, that just happened. So, we're gonna work on that a little bit. Move it around, fix that up. It actually looks really nice. I do gotta fill in this side, because right here, I love this wing, or this end, right here, this side, but it has a little bit of a, kind of like an open side, if you guys can see that at all. From the angle, obviously, the eyeliner's okay. So, one thing I usually like doing is getting myself some reddish lipstick because I love red. However, for the purpose of this tutorial and for the purpose of me falling asleep, I do not want to fall asleep with makeup or with lipstick on. So I'm gonna end up putting on my my Bountiful lip gloss by MAC, and this stuff actually smells like cake, and it actually is really good on my face. I love it. It's probably one of my favorite, you know, lip glosses I've actually owned, so. Yeah. And a little bit to the side. And that's the way it looks. Sorry, one more last thing. We got ourselves some of the mascara. Obviously, this is like a step I tend to forget a lot, and that's to, you know, do my eyelashes. Nothing too bad. And of course, you know, I gotta curl them up. I honestly wish my eyebrows were, or my eyelashes were a little longer, so it could look a lot better. That is my makeup look right there. Let's see if we can get into any brighter light. Okay. Let's see if we can get any brighter light. Look at that. Look how much it glows. And you can tell. I did a very good job. Anyways, guys, I think I'm gonna continue with this look tomorrow because the good thing about MAC makeup is it doesn't, you know, come off at me at night. Not that I've ever tried, but everything came out pretty fleek to me right now. Actually pretty good for a tutorial. I thought I was gonna mess up like crazy. I didn't really mess up at all, except for the little brow part, and you know, I fixed that up. Everything went pretty decent. By the way, I gotta get waxed right here again so I can get rid of that hair. But yeah, awesome.